nimble, stay dandy, baby. It's the calm before the storm. We know these type of episodes. We see them all the time in Naruto, Naruto Shippuden, and now in Boruto, Naruto Next Generations, as Boruto and his team, as well as Professor Katasuke, prepare for their next major confrontation with Ao, the super killer cyborg. This was an okay episode of the series, which again is sort of building up to the next major confrontation with Ao, which thankfully is going to be taking place in the next episode of the series. And it's pretty much what you would expect, with Konohamaru desperately wanting to send both Boruto and all of his team members back to Konoha Village, but at this point, you just know that they're not going to go back. They always stay behind. They always complete their mission. Hell, these three have taken down an inner member of Kara. An outer member should be no problem. The thing is, Ao is not just any outer member of Kara. He's a supremely experienced ninja. He's seen a lot of combat. He's worked directly under Kages before, so he's seen some pretty serious shit. So they do have to take this confrontation pretty serious. But they managed to add a little bit of drama to this episode, with Katasuke sort of revealing that his mind was taken over by Genjutsu, and because of this, a lot of the technological advancements that he's created for Konoha Village have essentially been stolen by Kara, hence why they're utilizing all this crazy scientific crap. And luckily, this episode highlights that Boruto has come a long way in actually appreciating scientific technology in this world, where at first he was very resentful of it. Now he's understanding the importance of it, of seeing it in action, and how it's actually helped people, and how it's going to be responsible and also crucial in helping them in their battle against Ao. Now utilizing the ability of that gauntlet to absorb jutsu, and of course that chakra lightsaber, they come together with a plan which is going to allow them to get Boruto really close and to do the finishing blow. But that's basically all the build up with those characters. Most of this episode is actually dedicated to some Kara scenes, some of which are pretty interesting and new, things that didn't actually exist in the manga version. Again, the anime series is doing a great job of bringing more attention to the character of Code, who has done next to shit in the manga version. Like, he hasn't really done anything, and it's pretty clear they have some sort of plan for his character in the anime version, and I don't know what that is outside of him having some extreme rivalry with Delta. And it seems like every single time these characters are about to get into a fight with one another, something that I really want to see, it seems like somebody comes in and they block this from happening. It's almost always a motto, and basically you can sort of just feel the tension amongst all of these characters, as not only are they trying to gain the acceptance and the praise of Jigen, but they're also trying to figure out who this traitor is going to be. Of course, people who read the manga have a pretty good idea of really what's going on here, but again, it's doing a great job of building upon these characters a little bit more. And then you have Ao, who is making his way through the forest like a very creepy cyborg boss, as he's met by Kashin Koji, who's basically preparing him for the big battle that's going to be coming very soon, and reminding us yet again that while Ao is not a ninja anymore, he is still really wanting to be useful to someone, and that's actually something that I really appreciate, as they didn't get into it into the manga version all that much, his motivations for actually wanting to join Kara. And essentially, he's the type of character who has always needed to be used for something. He's no longer viable as a ninja, but he found a purpose in Kara, the purpose of being a tool to actually do something, and even though this purpose leads him to essentially transform into a brand new villain of the series, it's something that he's going to do to find some sort of fulfillment in his life. And it makes his character incredibly tragic and sad, but it also lets us know that he's from that era of the Naruto universe where things were not so happy and hunky-dory. He's from a time where being a warrior was what it meant to actually be alive. He's a relic of a past era that doesn't exist anymore, and he's simply just trying to find his purpose and his reason for living. And Kara has given him that purpose. He is a living weapon, and he is a weapon that must be used. A sword which must be sharpened before it goes into battle. And it means not necessarily being a ninja anymore, but being something else entirely. He's effectively transformed himself into a freaking Terminator, and he's on the hunt, and he will not be reasoned with. He will find them, and he will kill them. It's a really great build up to his character, and I'm glad that they're building him up just a little bit more. So, what's the rundown on this episode of Boruto Naruto Next Generations? Like I said, it's the calm before the storm kind of episode, before we move into some really crazy action, and thank God it looks like the next episode is immediately going to kick off into high gear. This battle with Ao, I think, is going to be really exciting. It's something that I've wanted to see animated for a really long time. It blows my mind that I read this in the manga years ago, and we're finally starting to see it animated for the very first time. And I'm excited because it's going to bring on a lot of other cool things about the Kara arc. And with the way that they're introducing like code into these stories, I'm interested to see if they're going to go in an even crazier or different direction. All I'm saying is, guys, just stay tuned. The next episode is going to be really good. And while this one wasn't the most exciting episode of the series, it's again giving us something that the Boruto anime series has always been really good at, and it's solid characterization. A lot of that is missing from the manga version at times. A lot of that is owed to the fact that it's a monthly based manga series. So whenever like a new chapter comes out, they really have to spend their time on getting through that story as quickly as possible. The anime has the advantage of taking its time and building up these situations and the character motivations in a way that makes them seem a little more realistic and more, two-dimensional, so to speak, third-dimensional, if you really want to get what I'm trying to say. Like, the character of Katasuke didn't, seem this well-developed in the manga version because of how quickly they had to get through it, but now that they've built him up a little bit more and showing more of his emotion, of him being sorry for the fact that he's allowed his technology to be stolen, transforms him into a way more dynamic type of character. And that even goes for characters that didn't get a lot of screen time, like Code, or especially Ao, who starts to reveal his motivations for actually wanting to be useful, even if it means being in the hands of an enemy. It gives him a purpose in life, and that immediately makes him way more developed than he was in the manga version. Maybe he did mention this stuff in the manga, but it doesn't have as much weight as it does in this episode right here. And again, I always just love cool, mysterious scenes with Kara. The scene of him meeting Kashin Koji in this really cool looking forest with this dynamic lighting going on. It's just got this awesome atmosphere which just bleeds coolness, and I really love that. And again, they're doing a great job of building up Ao, and I cannot wait to see him in battle. Overall, I liked this episode. Again, a little slow, more of a build-up, but still pretty entertaining, and again, giving us more of that solid characterization that the anime version of Boruto is certainly known for. So I'm going to give this episode, I think, a solid 3 out of 5. Kind of slow, but still average. Good episode that you definitely need to watch if you are following the series, and stay tuned. It's going to get more exciting in the next major episode of the series. That's my thoughts on this one. I want to hear yours. Make sure to sound off in the comment section below telling me what you thought about the latest episode of Boruto Naruto Next Generations, Boruto and his team's plan, the brand new storylines that they're doing with Code and Delta, and most importantly, Ao, as he prepares to go in battle against Boruto and all of his team. Let's talk about all that stuff. Comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. Please subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one. Make sure to like this video if you did like it. I would also like to take this time to thank all of my patrons. You guys are amazing because you go the extra mile each month by giving me these monthly donations. Remember, first-time donators, I'll review an anime series of your choosing, as well as adding your name to this list of credits that you see on screen. These are the guys that are the producers of Ace Guru. So thank you guys so much for watching this review. I'll see you all next time, and as always, stay dandy, baby.